Yeah, like I'm local, but I'm not local to that street, you know? Like they're not saying like no tourists can go here. They're saying only people who live on like fucking Balaclava Street can go here. Hey, yeah, it's Chips. Thanks for the raid. I got a stack for the waitress. I got a stack for the security. And I got a couple other blanks that I blank while they wear my jewelry. And I got a couple $100 for the dude who parks my whip. And I got a lot more in my pocket. Somebody better stop me. That ain't shit. Yeah, it's Chips. Dum, dum, da da dum, dum. You know T-Pain? You know the song that T-Pain debuted on his Peloton ride last summer? No? Oh, it's one of the worst rides I've ever taken for sure, and I like T-Pain.
We'll need to find another way in.
I'm sorry, I just can't vibe with Camilla Ramon. She's not my tempo.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes.
Great emotes.
Strictly
Great
speaking,
emotes.
No. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could
T-Pain loves saying, I'm T-Pain, you know me. He does like saying that.
Lazarus.
I'm T-Pain, you know me. Something, 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 better make it 3. I'm I'ma buy you a drink. Oh, I'ma take you home with me. I got money in the bank. Oh, find me with a gray Cadillac. I know what you're talking. And shorty back. Oh, oh, oh. I know what you're saying. I know like 5 T-Pain songs for sure.
The good news is we haven't seen.
I like I'm not even being ironic when I say I like T-Pain.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I enjoyed Teddy Payne's music.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Of course I've seen his Tiny Desk concert. Because, like, most people, I thought that the only reason that T-Pain was popular was because of auto-tune. Then he did that Tiny Desk concert, and I was like, whoa, this guy can really sing. And then I listened to his auto-tune music, and I was like, hang on, I think this is kind of good. This is the millennial version of Nirvana Unplugged. Yeah, yeah, I would say so. Tallahassee Pain. He's paid my lifeguard paychecks, which is pretty poggers. With all due respect, what does that mean? He's paid my lifeguard paychecks. Are you T-Pain's private lifeguard? Does T-Pain sponsor a public pool near you?
Oi! Visitors!
No, he's toast, man.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Me when I accidentally walk into the kitchen of the restaurant when I'm trying to find the bathroom. He sponsored a low-income pool in Tallahassee and paid all the lifeguards over the summer. Wow, I thought I was making a clever joke, but it's actually... That's actually how that shit went down. That is... he seems like a great guy. Even if I do worry about the amount of alcohol consumption he has in his videos, or his music. He's T-Pain, yeah, you know. I'ma buy you a pool, oh, oh. I'ma keep you cold with me. When it's hot, we'll make you cool.
One man fight like that.
Shorty, what you think about
He's
that?
long dead.
Gonna give you checks for that? I don't know.
The blessing of the Phoenix.
That's me.
It can't be. I was there when you died.
Wade? He did something with his hair. Sir Wade, sir!
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
It's JonTron, dude. Sir John of the realm Tron. Tron Funkin' Blow. If I've got 5 minutes till I expire, and the last thing I do is to curse fucking Tron, I don't think my last words are gonna be Tron Funkin' Blow.
We can speak inside.
Thoughts on the Costco crackdown? Excuse me? Costco crackdown? Excuse me? You mean prototype? But seriously, what's this news? No
Those
sharing
who
of
wouldn't
membership
bend
cards?
the knee?
Well, that's good.
We left
I'm an
before the
executive
Empire
member.
could make
If anything,
examples
something
of
that
us.
lowered the
Though we didn't
foot
go
traffic of
far.
the store would be great, so my ass
And
can
we
actually
banded
get
together
into
to
the
form
food
the
court without
Guardians of
having
the
to wait
Flame soon
92
after.
minutes for a $1.50 hot
Alas,
dog.
there is only
You know,
so
you
much
give
a
her. You go and you
handful of
give her.
aging
I watched
shields can
Fubar
do against the might
like
of an
3 nights ago,
empire.
Malf. It's still a classic.
But we've seen to it that
My
this day
most
has been
favorite
anything but
Fubar
pleasant.
is the Fubar I'm watching right now.
Late, though.
I watched
We've
Fubar
had
and
our
I said
hands
that's
full
really
just
good. Then I
trying to
watched
keep the
Fubar 2 and I
duchy's
said that's
few
even
reigning
better.
bearers out of the Imperial's
Then I
clutches.
watched Fubar and I said, nah, Fubar is even better than Fubar
saw
2.
what
Now I
happened
gotta
on
watch
the hill.
Fubar 2 because I'm gonna be like Fubar 2 is even better.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
Yo,
You mean my
Super
mother?
Senpai 69, thank you for the
doesn't make
100
sense.
months. Thank you.
Even knowing what I know about her,
That's 8 years. Eight and a third.
her hatred for bearers.
No, I need to be clear. This is not Fubar on Netflix. The show with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's
No
it's
offense,
the one
my
with
lord.
Dean Murdoch
In
and
case you haven't
Terry.
noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That
I
much
would
has
not
been
watch
plain
that
since the
detritus.
slaughter at
You go to
Eastpool.
Netflix, you type in Fubar, you scroll
And
past 17
since
ads for the
granting
Arnold
the Holy
Schwarzenegger
Emperor
show,
a new heir,
and you skip it.
her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
You find the one with 2 dudes on the cover
As
going
to
like
why,
this.
I don't know.
It looks like I have no pinky
Maybe she
finger. I
can't
assure
bear
you
the
I have a
thought of
pinky
anyone
finger.
having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make
He's
ready.
wearing a halter top? Why your fingers look like that? What are you talking about? They're perfectly cromulent. I don't know why people always act like this is so
their main
weird.
host.
Kate, are you here?
If we remove the head, perhaps
People keep making fun of my hands.
perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else.
We do this every time? Well, I
If
don't know
do
what you want me
nothing,
to do. This is just my
the blood
hands.
of their next victims will be on my hands.
They just bend like that, man. Why are they like that? I don't know.
And ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves
They're
shields
so
have committed
crooked.
in my
They're
mother's
not
name.
crooked. They're perfectly normal.
It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
Jill's like, don't worry, I'll cast an enormous ice crystal over top of the monster that then we knock it out of the path of before it falls. Why are your hands
Very
bald?
well.
Brother.
If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
It's giving not bald
And
vibes.
we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
My dad, well, I've told this story before, but I've told all the stories before. Except maybe the Birio story, which didn't even happen to me. But my dad makes homemade
hope
bread.
Sir Wade has
He
a
has
good
to
quartermaster.
shave his hands so that the flour doesn't get like stuck in his hair. It's just easier to shave your hands before you knead the bread than it is to try to like wash all the flour out of all the dough out of your hair after you're done.
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding
Gloves is a
hills.
solution?
This will allow us to wage
Yeah, my
battle on
dad,
the
he's
bridge
been
without
making
fear
bread
of
for
being
like 20 years. I
overwhelmed.
think he's got it all
While
figured
the
out.
Black Shields have an
20 years
advantage in
ago, you were
numbers,
still
see.
zygotic
They
in all
prefer to
likelihood.
fight in
But I'll
small
pass it
groups,
on to him. Don't
which
worry
we
about
can
it.
use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my
Bro,
own.
I'm
But
27.
until we arrived, that was your plan.
Holy cow. What's it like to be younger than Jurassic
You haven't
Park?
changed a bit.
I guess probably the same as being like a little bit
So
older
wait.
than Jurassic Park.
The bearers from Old Inn have been laid to rest.
Very good.
What kind of question is that?
Now make ready
I don't know.
for
I've just always lived in a
As you
world
come
where
out.
I've been older than Jurassic Park. It must be weird to be like, oh, Jurassic Park, that's an old movie. It came out before I was born. That's like how I feel about Back to the
Thank you,
Future or
Dwight.
something.
Perhaps
I'm
now
younger
that we'll
than
find
Toy
peace.
Story 1.
There is but one
That
thing
shit's
which
kinda
will grant
crazy.
them peace, putting an end to the Black Shields.
What was it
And
like
so
when
we
Jurassic
shall.
Park came out? I was in like the first or the second grade, and kids that I was in school with saw the movie in the theater, and they were like, it was amazing. And I was like, wasn't it scary? And they were like, yeah, it was scary. A dude gets eaten by a T-Rex on the toilet. I didn't see it until like 5 or 6 years later, I think.
Blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village,
See ya,
we
loser.
tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
The weirdest part about being like 34, and I mean, this is stuff that only comes up, you know, as you get older. I'm sure you have like new revelations like every few years. People that are like 29 are like roughly the same age as me. I would call us peers. They probably wouldn't, but they're in denial. If we're not now, we will be soon. But like for me,
On your command, my
basically like 2014 until today have no delineation. Like, you know, when you're a kid, you're like, you have a memory and you're like, oh, that feels like second grade. Oh, that feels like the year 2001 because I remember I saw the Royal Tenenbaums that year or something like that. Once you reach like a certain stage of adult life, it all just kind of blends together. Like, stuff happened, obviously. A few presidential elections that changed the timbre for sure. You know, lockdown, various variants for COVID and stuff like that. But for me, basically, that last decade is kind of like one big blob of time that is just roughly contemporary. And then you'll see on Twitter, people are like, oh, this shit makes me nostalgic for 2015. And I'm like, we're still living in 2015 in my frame of reference. Like, I logically understand that it was 8 years ago, but you can't have nostalgia for it because it's like that's still ongoing. I know you're like, it's 8 years ago. Yeah, but like when you get to be 34, you'll be like, no, you're right. 8 years ago is like the same. But I think that maybe now that I have a kid, it'll start running back in the opposite direction. I'll have like more of a sense of anchoring to time because I'll remember, oh yeah, that's when my daughter was like a baby. That's when my daughter was a toddler. That's when my daughter was,
That a pair of filthy
you know,
vagabonds, a woman,
I don't know, older than a toddler.
could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields. Then come. Die
Whatever
along
comes
with
after
your
that. Let's just get
flame.
through the toddler years first. Yeah, when you're a kid, time matters like a lot more. Like, you're a different person at the start of 3rd grade than you are at the end of 2nd grade. You're like, I've changed a lot over this summer vacation. I just ulted on. Well,
Bloody hell. Reinforcements
what do you mean? Oh, you're so scared of the reinforcements? Have you seen what we did to the enforcements? Check this out. First off, we hit him with one of these. Then we get ready for a Wade's Revenge. Ooh! Weighted than a hoe.
More dragons.
Okay. Some of this. Some of this. And then just some of this. I can't believe you're not deceased. 11,000 damage, kind of pathetic, admittedly. Get him, get him. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Wrap it up, I'll take it. Give him a quick little shock. Then you gotta hit him with... I'm getting my triggers confused here from time to time, I'll admit. I'm getting my L2 and my R2 confused. Maybe I am old? Old ass. Oh, Dragoon! It's been 4 hours already. I know it's crazy, right? Time flies. It's nice to dig into a game and be like, I see why other variety streamers do this. I see why, like, if you stream 8 hours a day, you're like, oh, I'm so stoked for like a new 50-hour game to come out. Because that's like a work week and you just kind of like, you marinate in it. You're not constantly inundated with questions like, what are you going to play next? Go ahead. Oh! Get Rook's Gambited? Rook's Gamba? When you pivot streaming services? Okay. Get pulled. Take one of these. Get completely broken. Get limit broken. I mean, this guy's got everything. We dropped everything on him. We just haven't hit him with a pile drive. New personal best! Whoops. Okay, come on. Go ahead. It didn't work. Remember when I got hit by every double jump that this guy's crony did? I Rook's Gambited that, you liar. You hacker. You're just begging for a Rook's Gambit. One of these. One of these. I'm not doing anything. I'm standing still. I'm breaking your resolve. I mean, I'm killing the dude that has, like, a name and all that. And then we just got, like, random normies that, like, Jill can't even take him out. He was one-tapped. Jill, he was one-tapped. Favorite Stoke flavor? I gotta say the one Costco L is that they have Stoke, but they only have green. Now, I've only seen 2 flavors in Canada. I understand America has more. I am, green is fine, but I'm a red drinker.
Bloody worked.
I think it's called slightly sweetened.
Last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again.
Time is a flat circle.
I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve.
We all got
To
problems,
preserve the
brother.
flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place.
Stoke is mid. Mouth, come here, buddy.
Yet be that as it may.
It's $11.99 for 2 bottles of Stoke. That's 2.84 liters of Stoke for $11.99 for at Costco right now. Let's call it a bargain. The best I ever had. Oh, but if you grow your own Arabica beans and then you harvest them and roast them yourself, then you can make cold brew for $11.39 for 2.8. Okay, fine, go ahead. If you're getting so much fulfillment out of it, then why are you in my chat shitposting?
A sound strategy, my lord.
Shouldn't you be out there like sipping a cup on your balcony right now, admiring all your hard work? Espresso machine, bro. I don't see myself, it's just being honest, I don't see myself using a coffee maker in my house where I got to do like this. Or like, and then, and then, I just don't see it. My evolution as a coffee guy was like this. 0 to 21. Why would I ever drink coffee? That's like 90 cents a day I could save and put into my retirement account. Working a real job in Korea for the first time in my life. Holy shit, I'm fucking drowsy. Drink as much coffee as I can. Get addicted to drinking coffee every day. Okay. Justify the addiction by trying to claim that it's a hobby. No, I'm not addicted to coffee. I'm a coffee guy. I enjoy flavors. I'm sampling single origin beans. I'm going to bougie coffee shops like Revolver and getting a coffee flight to really savor the fruitiness of the beans. Having a child, holy shit, I need some damn coffee. Stat, I'm going for a volume play, buying Stoke cold brew coffee because they make it for me and I need every damn second I can get, realizing that I'm not a coffee guy. I just need a little bit of coffee every single day and that's how I'm going to get it.
It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
If you want one of those coffee guys where they pour like a bunch of water into like a Newtonian thermometer and it drip, 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 drip. That's Corey. You can go over to Corey's stream and he'll talk your damn ear off about
I shall wear it with pride.
A vacuum filtered coffee pour over mocha pot French press, etc., etc. Corey also puts his jeans in the freezer, okay? So don't talk to me about Corey.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now.
Why? Because he wears good jeans, and you're not supposed to wash good jeans in the washing machine. So to kill whatever kinds of bacteria are within the jeans after wearing them for a long time, he puts it in the freezer to kill all the microbes. And then places, I don't know if this last part is true, but I'm assuming he then places them inside a Ziploc freezer bag and submerges them in lukewarm water for 8 hours to warm them up to wearing temperature.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Putting your damn jeans in the microwave on defrost?
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
They do be stomping.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
You promise? Little bro.
You would mock me as well?
I thought the texture didn't load in. It
is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant.
Okay, it's by design. Okay.
Holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes
Me and my Discord
against
RP
church
server.
and crown, I shall have thy head.
Nick A30 delivering the script to his adoring fans for what they're supposed to say in the Final Fantasy XVI custom Fortnite video.
Flax wench, even in death, Must thou plague me still?
I don't know anything about Nick A30, but I keep
Very
getting
well.
served the Twitter
I
videos,
shall
man.
open the gates of hell, that thou might see
I already
thou
talked about the
charged
submarine
with-
one, but the one where he's driving his car in Fortnite Customs and he says, you got to think about how lucky we are, how blessed we are. Like, just think about it. In China, they don't even have the same internet. They don't even have Fortnite. And then it just cuts. Oh, man.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
It's so good.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me place a Crandall.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, you could actually, and I don't mean this as like an anti-Jill bit, but you could actually, up to this point, have removed her from the game, and nothing would have changed whatsoever.
Inform the kitchens.
It would be like 15 minutes shorter than it had been up to this point,
Immediately.
and no major plot points would have to be adjusted.
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty...
She's gonna do something at some point.
Go on, sit.
I'm gonna almost die, so she's gonna have to become Shiva or something
See
like that.
you use the good plates rather than...
And then she's gonna be like, and we're gonna be like, you saw what happened to Sid, don't become Shiva. And she's gonna be like, I would gladly turn into
you
a
arrived
rock for
late
you,
to one of
Clive.
her
And then they're gonna
colleagues, did you?
pantomime a kiss, but they're not actually gonna kiss. It's gonna like fade to
Viceroy
black,
Annabella has
and then it's
been
gonna
a
be like the
constant
morning, and
thorn in
Gav's gonna come
Mary's
rushing in. Me
side.
lord! Oh,
atrocities
sorry,
are
I didn't mean to. No, it's okay, Gav, etc. Like I get it.
Quite what? I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
I know media. I watched Baby Mama last night.
For better or worse, I've been
Probably one of
charged
the
with
best
governing this
appearances of
town,
Karaoke
and
Revolution
thus must
in a
maintain the
movie ever.
illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
What about when she turns out to be a fembot in the sequel?
So he's told us.
You won't believe this. Jill was a
I've risked
fembot.
much for Rosaria.
Gav's
My
like,
nation will be forever.
yes,
in your debt."
we knew all along, sadly.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo.
Isn't a galley a
Outfitted for
kitchen?
the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half
No.
of the things you claim.
I think a galley is a kitchen on a ship.
But until
So you could
tonight,
work in
only
the
a
galley
fool
on
would
the
believe
galley?
My nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
A galley is a type of ship that's too small to have a kitchen.
Your own, of
What about a
course.
galleon?
You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
A galley kitchen is a long, narrow kitchen. See?
Say no more about it, eh? It
I
wouldn't
told
be
you.
finger on my nephew's-
But I think it's also called a galley on a ship. I worked on commercial ships. The galley is the general commune area that also includes the kitchen. They worked on commercial ships. I told you.
This about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now
Me when I find one
you're
person that
quite the outlaw.
agrees with me. I've been on 3 Disney cruises, okay? Don't talk to me about nautical terms.
An outlaw's uncle.
The stern, the bow,
Right then. Who shall
the
we
fucking
get it
keel, the anchor, starboard, port,
first? Fetch me my
the
captain.
bridge, the Walt Disney Theater where they perform the Golden Mickeys on day 2. The fire on Pirate Night? That's true. That's true. Which side is starboard? It's the right side, because port is the left side, because port has the same number of letters as left.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space.
Here's my impression of men describing the location of something. Oh, yeah. It's west of Maine. Brother, I don't know what the hell that means.
Monsters.
Men describing how they were driving. I was driving northbound on Canby.
I
Is
did
that
so
up or
because I saw
down,
no other choice.
dumbass?
Because once they learned that
Sorry,
the
certified
lash
Jill
would not
moment.
move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
Me before Crank 2 High Voltage came out.
I had become a monster.
Jill.
What? What? It's a good movie.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path.
Anyone else think Jill is giving
To
Oppenheimer
live
right
on
now?
my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with
Love
my
the shirt
past.
today, NL. Thank you. It's lavender.
And when you do,
She's all like, "Oh, I am
Standing
become
over
Death,
you.
Destroyer of Worlds." Relax,
you
lady.
stood
You
with
make
me.
ice. Like, it's something every refrigerator does straight
you.
out of the box now.
Clive, I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Is there? Bro has 0 Riz. He literally put his hand on her shoulder and said, "Chin up." He put his hand on her shoulder and said, "Damn, that's crazy." Anyway, we might as well tuck in. We got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. Here be monsters. You best start believing in ghost stories.
The Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Because you're in one.
That monster's take quite like it. Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad without bloody dust.
That's not the way I have to go, is it? Men really do be like, "Have a good night, I'm tired." Duckus! What's his name? Dude, Duca! Gates! That's goats! Goots! Goots!
And what can I do for you?
Gaia blades, huh? Well, see you later. Wait. I need to get,
Is it business?
It's
or
business. It's
pleasure?
business. I've got to get more potions. I think I got to get some more potions. Right. I forgot how to use the interface.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Yeah, it literally
Better
like there
all
must be like a
year.
government mandate. Like everything is
Finished, are
exactly
ya?
the same price at every single merchant. It's like trying to buy beer in BC. So true. Come on, I'm trying to get some 75-cent a can motor oil. Like, what's the problem?
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
Lady, you have a quest marker on your head.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
What's your favorite
Ever the
trash
charm.
beer?
What will it be today, then?
The
Good
Iron
question.
Kingdom,
I honestly
I need to know what to
keep in
expect.
mind that they're all
You'll soon be setting
like there's
sail
no
for
great
Drake's Worth,
answer,
then,
I
take
guess.
it. The
I'll
Mother
go to
Crystal
bat for a
that
Budweiser
rises
now and
from
then.
the
I think
voids.
Budweiser is overhated.
There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it,
MGD is okay,
But then
Miller
the
Genuine
Iron
Draft.
made their move.
Like I would never go to the liquor store and buy like a case of Budweiser. But if I was at a sporting event and they're like, we only have
As you know, the
Budweiser
Iron
and like
Kingdom
Shock
rules
Top,
over
I'll
the
be like,
islands
okay,
to
I'll
the
take a
west of
Budweiser.
Storm.
I'm not like
Or
upset by
rather,
it.
its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and
Excuse me,
light lamps
Benedicta?
with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm,
4 and
Drake's eye
0 years
glanced.
ago.
Soon after, in pursuit of ether, and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home
Yeah,
of Drake's
Mount
breath, and
Justanus.
plucked it
Sure.
from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship. Meaning the Iron Blood will keep
Bloodhound
the
just
island,
used his ult.
and with it,
Careful,
the
he can track
foothold
your
they need to
footsteps.
march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drustinus the holiest
+2, there's a
of
large
holy
backpack on
grounds,
me. I'm pretty goated
from
at
which the
Apex as long
Orthodox
as I don't stream it or
Crusade
play
shall
it
one day
ever.
sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill.
Who?
I'd say
I'm
you'd be
joking,
forgiven for
I'm
wanting a little
joking.
Revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all,
I
sir.
only hate my crystal and my mom. Girl, I'm
Much
sorry.
else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Hang on, plus side quest?
Never hear about these girls.
There are new villains being posted.
Clive! Oh, am I glad
Men
to
will
see
really
you.
be like, hi, my name's
Something wrong.
August.
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know?
Anyway,
Barely got
I
enough
need you
fire
to
in his
go
belly
beat
to
the
get
piss
umbrella
out of him.
stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
If you think it will help.
Fine. If you think it will help.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want
Talk to the
talk,
woman behind you
we
for
let it
free
be.
shit? Wait, is she
Open
like
up
part
when
of an
he's ready.
MLM?
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge.
Yes?
Well,
No!
when you're
On
ready.
the other hand, I could use some leggings. free stuff.
Oh, Clive.
Sure, I'll listen to the Patron's Whisper or whatever.
Desserts?
Completing side quests will earn Clive renown. View your current renown level and accept donations. Respect. Wait, does it spend, or is it like once I get it, I got it?
Here you are.
It doesn't spend. Okay, fantastic.
All yours.
1 meteorite? What a slap in the face. Would you like to be my ring berserker?
Come again. I may have more for you.
Hang on, I need to go speak with Blackthorn. How we getting tutorials about side quests this late? I don't know if it's that late, man. I think we might still be in the first half of the game. Do you have an analog clock in your office? Yeah? It's 1:54 p.m.
Now what you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on
Do you remember when a chatter said, "Why are you glancing? Nobody's talking over here"? I've that moment lives rent free in my head for sure. Like the view count for Final Fantasy 16 is not good, but chat's batting above their weight class.
What's so bad about that?
Like it might be a 3,500 viewer stream, but it's like a 8,000 viewer chat right now. Sometimes I'll be playing like Super Autopass, it'll be like 8,000 viewer stream, and it'll be like a 3,000 viewer chat. I appreciate people keeping the activity up. Small streamers are built different, man. I can't imagine playing through 35 hours of a game that's 80% cutscenes, and then like chat has like one message every 2.5 minutes. Like I couldn't do it, honestly. You're built from stronger stuff.
I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level
You
work.
get used to it.
Nice,
Oh
tougher
no.
than anyone.
I know what it's like though. It's like the worst feeling when you like.
My stuff looked like
No streamer will tell you this, but they all feel it. If you look at chat and then you focus on the game for 2 minutes, and then you look at chat and it's the same message that's like most recent in chat, it's like soul destroying. You're like, hey, if you had to choose a superpower for your dad to have when he fucked your mom, what would it be? And then you're like, oh, my 2 viewers just left. No! Just something to get some chat activity going on.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Destigmatize men talking about mental health. Destigmatize men talking about mental health.
Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts,
He's an
affect
ally.
his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip
So
this in
anyway,
the
I was
bud.
at the grocery store
I
yesterday.
couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Cuirass. Sure, boy, I sure hope it does. Yeah. Oh, we'll speak with Karen. Another problem that could have been solved by 2 people having a conversation.
Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
That's a good point. I guess because you gotta click the button to say I'm over 18 to watch this mature stream for adults only.
But it was nicely put
It
together,
weights
that's for
chat
certain.
more towards
Even if the bloke who
active
made it is a bit of
chatters.
an odd one.
Because they were looking at the
Across him on
screen.
my travels. Makes all his stuff to
Whereas,
order.
like, and I do this all the time too.
Commissioned,
Sometimes when I got like some admin work to do, I'll like find a stream to watch, and then I'll put it on my right monitor and just like not pay attention to it at all for like 2
Like I said,
hours.
He's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. Don't trust hunters.
Just like when you had the
which means
Amazon
he
Prime
spends as
Canada
much
watch
time out
along.
tracking beasts
Oh, you mean
as
when we
he
watched the
would
first
their
2 or
eyes.
3 episodes of Alex Rider, available now on Amazon Prime Video, but in Canada
He
only?
did tell me something though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now where the bleeding hell was
Wait, is that
sighted?
getting a show?
Somewhere in Sambrec,
Came out
maybe.
2 years ago.
That was it.
I literally watched it
Karen.
on stream.
We'd be lost
You
without
weren't here?
At least you admit it.
We really could have used you that day.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best
Hello,
chance we
Chimney,
have of
by the
finding
way.
our
Hello.
roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who
When
he
are we
is and
watching
where he's
Wipeout
hiding.
again?
Good idea.
Listen, I insult myself and elevate myself in equal parts, I would say. I do remember one time on the Roundtable podcast, it must have been 2015 or 2016, people were talking about watch parties coming to Twitch. Or maybe it was on Check the Wire, actually, now that I think about it, with Dan. So like 2019. I said that like in a few years, the biggest thing on Twitch is just going to be people watching TV shows, reacting to content nonstop. And people were like, I don't think so. Final Fantasy 16's coming out. Well, I was wrong about watch parties, but that's because watch parties were integrated legally. So you can only watch them if you're from like the right region that the Amazon platform has the right to also stream to them. And then like there's a lot of hoops they have to jump through. What I didn't account for was streamers literally saying like, fuck it, I don't care if I lose my career. I'm just going to watch like Netflix on stream. And that illegal content has now become like the biggest streaming category on the internet.
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts.
I know.
Those that might pose a threat to our
I know.
operations
I'm a
if they're
doctor
left to
too.
roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
What is this weird boy? Excuse me, this is a Moogle? They say Kupo? He's talking.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last
did
thing
say
they need
slay
is
them
ungodly
all,
fiends
huh?
terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
I heard a knock on my window. I'm just glad it wasn't the rat that lives in my barbecue. He does sound like R2-D2. Hey, you remember when R2-D2 spends like the first 3 Star Wars movies just going, "Wow!" and his head spins around? And then like apparently like his torso fixes the X-Wing when he's in Luke's X-Wing. And then in fucking Revenge of the Sith, which takes place before the first Star Wars movies, that motherfucker flies and he shoots a flamethrower. We never see the flamethrower ever again in the... What it comes later in the Star Wars saga. It doesn't even make any sense, man. He used up all the fuel? Come on. Come on. The Angel of Death. Belphegor. Dozmare. Alright, what do you use the hunt board to locate the griffin? Don't talk to me, weirdo. This is a griffin. This is a griffin. That's a griffin. Use the hunt board to locate the griffin. It's in Cair Norvent, Westgate, Sandbrecky. Cair Norvent, Westgate, Sandbrecky. Cair Norvent, Westgate, Sandbrecky. Cair Norvent, Westgate, Sandbrecky. Cair Norvent, Glorious Gate. You're Sandbrecky. Northreach, Lostwing. Or about, it should be around here. Westgate, Sandbrecky. I'm chilling in Cedar Rapids. No way! He got the Denver Nuggets, jeez! Gloria's Gate. If you open the map, it's literally on the other side of that. Is you shitting? Okay, it's south middle. South middle. South middle. No, no, no. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Local map. Go south from Lostwing. Go to Lostwing and then head south. Ah, I gotta go to Lostwing and then head south. Fast travel to the south? What am I? A really good high school football prospect looking for a collegiate career that could springboard me into the NFL?
The crystals we get from the tailor all but worth.
You ever see the picture of the LSU football locker room versus the picture of the LSU library? The locker room actually looks like a spaceship. And then the library has like a bunch of plastic sheets catching the rainwater. Oh, where the fuck am I? And like dripping it in the buckets. Anyway. His ass is lost? The whole thing is built like a damn... it's built like Venice hold the boat. LSU Library's the new Drip King. So true, especially when Baby Gronk commits there. I'm telling you, my ass knows how to get around my city. I don't live in Lostwing, okay? I live in Vancouver. Ask me how to get from... Trying to think of a landmark downtown. Ask me how to get from two Vancouver landmarks to each other. From one Vancouver landmark to another. I'll tell you how. No? Alright. Your house in the arena? From the art gallery to your house? No, 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 no. Not those. Not those. Not those. UBC to North Van. Fucking drive up West 4th to the east. Then you're gonna turn left and take the Burrard Street Bridge. You're gonna take Burrard down to West Georgia. Turn left on West Georgia to head northwest. And then you're just gonna follow that until you merge onto the Lionsgate Bridge. Guess what? Your ass is in North Vancouver. What if I don't have a car? Okay, fucking get on a bus at the bus loop that takes you to any SkyTrain station. Ride the SkyTrain station. Ride the SkyTrain to Waterfront Station and then take the C bus to North Vancouver. Lonsdale Quay. Just go ahead. Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia.
What if I'm broke? Well, then you have my permission to hop the fare gates. If you gotta go, you gotta go. How do I get to a good sushi spot? Well, if your ass is at UBC, you just fucking go on West 4th. Ride on West 4th until you see a sushi restaurant called Hitaway. It's a little underrated gem in the Kitsilano region.
Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he...
Is Vancouver grid-based? It's pretty grid-based. There's lots of, most streets outside of downtown run east-west and north-south. Let me off.
Straight home now.
You ever been to Ask for Luigi? Oh, I've been to Ask for Luigi. They have great pasta. I think it was like the last restaurant I went to pre-pandemic. And all I'm going to say is the food was great, but I was definitely scared about parking my car close to the restaurant. I was like, this is, maybe this is the kind of restaurant you take a Uber to. This seems like a boss arena. Rank B. 8,500 gil for this guy. Hey, Lois. I don't know why it makes me laugh. Level 28? Holy Bursch! I'm still not too afraid. Okay, I'm like, that's my fault. Nice try. Oh, you got me, kid. Go ahead, try it again. I'm about to break your resolve. You won't break my soul.
Nice try.
Insane Rook's Gambit. I'm crazy. Run away. Okay, I'm ready. Unleash it. Thunderclap must be good because it is an insanely long cast time. Okay, you got me. You getting time and a half? I'm just waiting for my wife to get home. She's gone. I loved her. Now, one of these. You gotta make up for yesterday, 20 minutes late and 20 minutes of stalling. Excuse me. I wasn't stalling, the delivery guy was stalling. If anything, someone owes me for the fucking 20 minutes late, 20 minutes of stalling yesterday. I'm ready. Terrible move. Terrible move. His ass is actually kind of good. They made a Final Fantasy enemy who can actually deal damage. I know, I didn't think it was possible either. Right, you gotta jump over that. One of these. Oh, you gotta use a Deadly Embrace! Little bro forgot about Deadly Embrace. So worth. I don't have any moves to use on him. How about one of these? I need full HP. Oh, I gotta go. Give me full HP, please. $9,500 is embarrassing at this stage in my life. You gotta jump. Dan and Sekiro be like, you gotta jump. Evil Dan in Sekiro be like, no jumping allowed? Recycled joke times 100. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. A little deadly embrace for you. Your big disgrace. It's gotta be good. It's gotta be good. If it's clean, it's gotta be tied. Am I right? We got him. Oh, he's not dead yet. We got him. 376. Man. Can't believe I used the high potion for that. For new personal worst, it's actually harder to get a personal worst than it is to get a personal best. Because you're always trying to get a personal best.
There's something there, boy.
You're never trying to get a personal worst. So the only way you can do it is by, like, blind luck.
Could that be our man?
Do you happen to have the score of the football match? Never mind. It's all fruitless now.
Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille.
You like save a dude from getting eaten by a monster, and you've never even met him before. It's not like he summoned you.
Do you remember selling?
First thing he says is like, "You should have took your sweet Tom getting out to Care Morgan, Westgate, North Marchmont."
Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a
Sweet
refund.
Tom.
It's not her who sent me.
You ever see the tweet that's like every Gorillaz song be like rapper, and then it's just like the hardest verse you've ever heard, and then Damon Albarn, oh, flimsy Steve,
Consider me flattered.
where have you been? Where have you
his art.
gone?
Not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk.
It's true. There's some truth to it. It's funny because it's a little bit true.
Tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but...
All right, I'll do it.
I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he
Your lead is
sounds,
two
he'll know what
kings.
he's looking
So
at.
true, so true.
Sure.
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the
Twitch
trade
watching
and
their
whatnot.
revenue tick up 0.001%
I'll see that he
in
gets
exchange for
I'd be much obliged
chatters
if you
giving me
would.
$1 to put
Right.
"come" as a
I've got
pinned
some
message
briefs to
for
make.
60 full
Send
seconds.
your best with my regards.
Will do. Thank you.
Oh man. Couldn't just raise the price of a subscription by like 9 cents or something like that? It's been $4.99 since the Obama administration. We've had years of like 11% inflation over the time, but you couldn't just raise the subscription price by like 9 cents. You had to add super chats. Stop, don't give them any ideas. I'm just saying. It's $4.99 already for a service that doesn't do anything? Yeah, but if you're already paying $4.99 for nothing, like what's $5.19 for nothing? I'm just trying to generate ideas to keep this website alive, okay? And if I happen to make a little extra on the back end, then, you know, so sue me. Take me back to the hideaway, please. Which voice? Nails, 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 testicles, 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 testicles. Nails, nails. Streamers be like, I don't see why Twitch should get 30% of my profits from my hard work, their hard work. Watching 90 Day Fiancé while a pirated AI voice module reads text-to-speech donations that say, you saved my life in a Joe Biden voice.
That monster's taken quite a liking to
And with a bit of luck, Clive. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
It's my treated leather. It's gonna cost ya.
You're joking.
Dude. A man when another man buys him lunch. No one's ever done something like this for me before.
But that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble
A
understanding
man when
how it was
another
done.
person asks how his day was.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough.
Hi, Yao Ming. Hi.
And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is
It's Dijon leather.
even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it.
Look at that fucking
Looks
mill
like leather
work,
to me.
dude.
Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille.
I think his name was Tanner.
thought as
Wounded
much.
Tanner.
There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
He's still staring at the
Keep
leather,
this close
man.
to our chests.
It is Paul Allen's business card.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Now sell me a Gaia sword
Just
plus
don't
one.
expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this...
You talked about the oil before, man. Shut up about the oil.
A curse breaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway,
I forgot whether I said it or not.
to be getting on with.
You mentioned how nice the oil was like 3 times.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. It wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to.
You didn't do
Thanks,
anything.
Clive. You've given me my mate back.
He didn't do anything? Drake Slayer belt design draft? Slay. Okay. You've obtained the design draft for the Drake Slayer's belt. I saw that.
Not saying forwarding, do you?
I'd like to craft the Drake Slayer's belt. Unfortunately, I'm missing an Electrum. It's a pretty sizable improvement in my defense, though. Hang on, give me a moment here. I gotta check and see what's going on with my wife here. It's like I think she's en route to home right now. She's not streaming today?